Welcome back to a Timey-Wimey pod where each week we dive into the timey-wimey world of Doctor Who. I'm Rebecca,
I'm Haley.
and this week we are discussing A Christmas Carol. Haley, how are you?
I'm here. It's another Monday. I need to say something else other than that. This is getting really old.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, we record our episodes on Mondays typically, but Merry Christmas. That's how I
Merry
am.
Christmas in
Merry
March.
Christmas. Yeah, in March. Merry Christmas during my birthday month.
Yes, happy birthday month. It's March 17th, so everyone wish Haley a happy birthday.
Thank you. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I was like, gotta watch a Doctor Who episode, but then it was the Christmas Carol, so it was okay. Yeah, not to spoil my thoughts, but not a bad episode to have.
Agreed. It was a nice, lighter episode. I mean, there's lots of emotions to it, but do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. It's a nice break from the format.
Exactly. That's what I meant. But we are switching things up a little today. We are going to try doing our general thoughts before we get into the fantastic facts.
Yeah. So, Haley, what are your general thoughts on A Christmas Carol?
Okay, my general thoughts have fluctuated a little bit over the years. When I first watched this, I was like, slay. And then until like a year ago, every time I would watch this or think about this episode, I'm like, it's giving overrated. It's giving like everyone else likes this episode. So like I feel forced into liking this episode. I don't know. Weird mind space to be in. And then like a year ago, I was like, why was I like that? And so now it's a slay again, thankfully, as it rightfully is.
You know what? Actually, that's so valid because sometimes like it always does pop up on like the best Christmas special list or like the top of people's Christmas special ranking. And sometimes I'm like, yeah, it's great, but like, okay, we get it. It's great. But you know what? It is great. It deserves to be on top.
It is. It does. Such a beautiful episode.
It's so gorgeous. I love the story. I love the setting. It's a banger. It's as much as I love like some of the RTD Christmas specials, like Christmas Invasion, Runaway Bride. That's kind of it. This is probably like the best, like objectively best Christmas special up to this point, and definitely like the most Christmassy. Like they went full Christmas with this one.
I think, and this may be a bit bold to say, but I really think this episode is in the running of the top 3 Doctor Who Christmas specials of all time.
Oh, for sure. I definitely think, not to spoil my thoughts on the rest of Matt Smith's Christmas specials, but this is definitely his best one.
For sure. For sure.
Oh, I do like the snowman. The snowman. Whatever. We'll get to it.
I still like this one more.
But yeah, it's a banger.
It is a banger. But do you want to talk about some fantastic facts, which you mentioned earlier aren't very fantastic at all?
They're just so boring these days. I don't know, guys. I'm sorry. But we have them nonetheless. So this aired December 25th, 2010. What were you doing?
I was probably playing with my Christmas presents. I was 9. Was that the year I got a bike and ran it into the dining room table? Or was that another year? What were you doing?
I was 10, and I really don't remember. But I'm sure...
And that's valid.
Me trying to go through my own personal history. But, I'm sure it was a great time.
Yeah.
So, this episode was, once again, written by Stephen Moffat and directed by Toby Haynes. And don't worry, they're not going anywhere. We will hear those names again in the coming weeks. So Katherine Jenkins, who's in this episode as Abigail, she actually made her acting debut in this episode.
Okay, I did actually know this. I read this fact a couple of years ago, but I would have never known.
Yeah. And she got the call on her 30th birthday.
Stop.
I know.
Iconic.
Hmm.
Oh my gosh. Imagine
Um,
you getting a phone call that you're going to be in Doctor Who on your 30th birthday. My day, like my life would never be the same. I would never shut up about it.
that's my dream. Like my true dream is to be cast as the companion in Doctor Who, and it'll never
Yeah.
happen because I'm not an actor, but that's my dream.
My dream, take me on. I don't care if I'm a background extra. I don't care if you put me inside a Dalek. Just call me up. I will be there.
Mhm. I love the stories the cast shares about the cast shares of how they like got the call, and I love the Jenna Coleman story of her like at a grocery store holding an avocado. I always think about that.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I always think of this doesn't count as a phone call, but I remember, you know what? We'll talk about it when we get to Peter Capaldi in Deep Breath
Oh.
because we're going to have a whole deep dive on that one.
Oh,
I'm excited.
there's so many good stories of
Yeah.
for Peter. Yeah. Okay, so on the set of this episode, Matt Smith and Lawrence Belcher, who plays young Kazran, like child Kazran, they nicknamed the CGI shark. It appears the shark had three nicknames,
Oh, okay.
according to the internet. Clive, which kind of funny,
Yeah.
Percy, and Clyde.
I love how it's Clive, Percy, and then just Clyde with one
Yeah.
different letter.
Clyde is kind of like they named it Clive, but they forgot and started calling it Clyde.
Yeah.
That's what that's
First,
giving.
yeah, 100%.
Okay, I really hope I'm saying this name correctly, but I apologize. Pookie Quanzel, she plays the captain in this episode, and she appears in the future in the Hooniverse. She appears in the beloved spin-off Class, playing. No offense to Class, okay? I just feel like no one talks about it.
Yeah, no, you're right.
um, but she plays Dorothea Ames in like 4 episodes.
Another reason we need to watch Class.
I was thinking about that. Like, are we gonna watch it when we're in the Peter Capaldi era, or like when we're doing
Mm,
spin-offs, or yeah,
TBD.
TBD. But yeah, that's everything for this episode.
Christmas Carol.
Oh, A
Honestly,
Christmas
it's
Carol.
such a great episode. That's my opinion on this episode, to be real with you. It's such a
It
great
is.
episode.
I have
What's
like a
it
few
about?
like that we'll get into as we go on, but
Ooh, okay.
yeah. But overall, look, it's A Christmas Carol. Like, come on.
And I do want to say, like, when it comes to Christmas specials, and I'm not singling this one out, but when it comes to Doctor Who Christmas specials, I really like rate them and evaluate them on a much different scale than like regular episodes.
Yeah, you can't like. I hate when like a new Christmas special comes out and everyone complains about it. It's like it's Christmas. It's not supposed to be good. It's just supposed to be Christmas. But thankfully, this one
Exactly.
is good.
It is. And it starts off with the ship going down, and Amy and Rory are on their honeymoon. It cracks me up every time I watch this episode of what they're wearing. I'm sorry, that's just hilarious.
Yeah, it is really funny, and it's like fun to see them in those costumes. But it's also like, okay, Steven, like we get it, we get the
Yeah, a little
joke.
cringe.
Yeah, it's
It
like
is a little cringe.
yeah. Karen's hair looks so good in this episode. It's
That's what I
crazy.
was noticing. I'm like, why doesn't she keep this hairstyle?
Yeah, it looks so good.
Yeah, I don't remember if I will remember to say this. So I'm saying this like a week or two in advance, but the hair she has in like Series 6, Day of the Moon, Impossible Astronaut, it's giving American Girl doll with her hair clipped.
Yeah, the straight hair I don't really like as much.
I have mixed feelings and we'll get into it, but we are here on this crashing ship and they
Christmas is
are
canceled.
Christmas is canceled, guys. It's a big problem.
It's always funny to me. Like this always happens, and like these Christmas specials, or like I don't know, like some disaster will happen, and someone will be like, "Christmas is canceled," and I'm always just like, it's just such like a dramatic thing to say for what?
Yeah, it's dramatic. It's funny though.
It is.
But we are on, which I don't even know if they say the planet name. I didn't write it down, but they're on
I
a
don't
different
think I
planet
did.
which humans inhabit, but like the special thing about this planet is that there's like these special kind of clouds that cover it and there's fish that swim in the air.
I love the flying fish. I think it's so
Yeah,
cool. It looks beautiful. I'm obsessed.
me too. I think it's like such a fun idea that they pulled off in a very Doctor Who way where it's definitely very Doctor Who camp, but it's not like too cheesy at the same time. Like they added a lot
Mhm.
of heart to the fish in this story, and I like it, and I like how we kind of see them throughout this episode.
Yeah. And I like that we're like on this like unique planet. Like it's I
Hmm.
really love the look of the city. It looks very like submarine, submersible vibes. Like they live with the fish. Like but it's also giving like old timey London. Like I don't know. I really love the look of everything. And then we meet a really a family. I was gonna say a really old family, but not all of them are old. um, we meet a family, and we meet a grumpy Scrooge, one could
Hmm.
say, man. And it's just, I obviously we know because of the way this episode is that the woman Frozen, Abigail, has been in there for a long time. But seeing her sister super old, I'm like, dang, she's been in this for a long time.
Yeah, and like the whole concept is so dystopian and Black Mirror. Like taking a person as collateral from a family you're lending money to and putting them on ice is so insane.
And you basically keep them forever. Like have they
Yeah,
never, obviously like we know they're like a poor family, but have they never been able to repay? How much was this loan, like, and they were never able to pay it back? And like how long are these people frozen for?
exactly. Like I don't like I need more information. Like does anybody ever get returned? But like by the time their family pays it, is the family basically dead? And then like what's the
Right.
point? You have this really young family member.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like
it's very sad.
I'm sorry, I love my family, but if we fell in desperate times, do not put me on ice.
Okay, and this man, he does not care at all. Like it's almost funny
No.
how little he cares, and he's like, okay, 4,000 people are gonna crash and die. What's that got to do with me?
And like I know he's like the ultimate Scrooge character, but like man, my dude, what?
And like for no reason either. Like he just does not care.
The reason he doesn't care in this timeline is because his father was horrible and his father basically groomed him to be like this awful person. But like, I'm sorry. At a certain point,
Like
it gets
it's
too
almost
much.
easier to just save them and not have like everyone bugging you.
Exactly. Like, I don't understand it. Like, if I was grumpy and old and I didn't want to deal with people, I would be like, okay, save them, leave me alone forever. Don't
Yeah,
contact me again.
exactly. Don't come by my house. Yeah. But I love when the doctor pops out of the chimney and he's like, sorry, saw a chimney Christmas Eve. My brain went, what the hell? Matt Smith is so charming in this whole episode.
Mm-hmm.
He's always incredible, but he really sells it. He really sells Christmas. He's just perfect here.
He is so perfect. That is actually one of my favorite like 11th Doctor entrances in an episode.
Mm.
Like it's just so great. I also love how like he's sputtering on and like taking note of everything in the room and taking note of Kazran, and he asks Kazran, "Hey, who
Who's
is this
she?
girl?" And he's like,
Nobody.
"Nobody." 11 goes, "Nobody important. Do you know in 900 years of time and space, I've never met anyone who wasn't important before?
And that quote changed lives.
That quote literally still is everywhere.
It's everywhere. It's in every single edit. I see this
Mm-hmm.
quote being used in non-Doctor Who contexts.
Oh, people link this clip all the time. Like,
Mm-hmm.
this clip will randomly just pop up on Twitter and everyone will randomly retweet it. And I have no idea that it's from Doctor Who.
Yeah. It really shifted something in the universe this day. This Christmas Day 2010.
It really did. Now, do we think he is truly 900 years old here, or did he just like estimate, like give a
I
round
think he
number, you know?
I think he was just rounding down. We know he's
That's,
like
yeah,
906ish. I think he just, rounded down.
that's what I was thinking.
But I do want to point out that it's not the last time, technically, but it is one of the last times that the Doctor will be in his 900s and will refer to himself as being in his 900s.
Wait, you're right. You're right.
Mm-hmm. This, not yet, but soon is when the Doctor's age starts getting a little.
Yeah.
So we really got to track it. Oh, we have isomorphic controls. Do you remember the last time isomorphic controls were mentioned on this show?
Why am I forgetting the name of it? Oh my gosh.
Well,
It's Classic Who, right?
no.
Wait. Last
I
of
don't
the
even know
Time
what you're
Lords.
talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the Master's sonic laser. I was like,
Yeah.
that was isomorphic controls. So that's fun. I love him like threatening Kazran and being like, there's 4,003 people that I'm not going to let die tonight. Do you know where that puts you? 4,004. Oh, and him
Ooh.
kind of warning him, being like, I'm sorry for what's about to happen tonight. Now, what do we think about the ethics of what the Doctor does in this episode? Because it's kind of crazy. He's literally like rewriting this man's whole past right in front of him.
Look, there's two sides to this. One, the Doctor definitely stepped out of bounds. He crossed the line, crossed the boundary. We've talked before the lengths the Doctor has gone to, like thinking of Waters of Mars. Like, this man, this is why he needs a companion next to him to like help him stay more ethical. But on the other hand, like, and of course, this kind of gets more into the question of like, well, how bad of a person is too bad? Because in my mind, I'm like, well, Catherine was like so terrible that like, honestly, I'm not upset that the Doctor went into his life, but it's still like an ethical dilemma when you think about it.
Yeah, it's really crazy like watching it all happen right in front of him, and he's all of a sudden
Yeah.
having all these new memories, and like I love watching him like really grapple with it at the end, and like at the end when he's like, I never met him before tonight, but suddenly I've known him my entire life. It's just so crazy, but it is kind of what he had to do. And even though it doesn't drastically change Kazran's life, it does change in small good ways. So I don't know, but it's really crazy to think about.
Do you know what's also crazy to think about?
Hmm.
Donna Noble wins the lottery in the End of Time Part 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? What's his face in the lodger wins the lottery so 11 could become Craig's roommate. Then, suddenly, all of Casran's servants at the same time win the lottery when there is no lottery. And then.
And one of the teachers in school reunion wins the lottery after never
Wait, you're
playing.
right. You're right. And then Casran's babysitter, nanny, whatever, she wins the lottery. Mm-hmm. Sir, you need to pause on the lottery. Like, this is getting to be a lot.
It's so funny because there's. Oh, we'll save it. I was going to reference a Peter Capaldi episode, but I'll save it. But no, I love it. This is why when it came up in the lodger and you were like, did he actually win the money? I was like, no, like this is what the Doctor does. He's just like giving people the lottery somehow.
Somehow, some way, Doctor, can you sprinkle the lottery for me and Rebecca?
Please buy us new
Really
podcast
appreciate it.
equipment.
Oh, yeah. I just think it's really funny that this is like an ongoing gag with multiple doctors.
I love it.
No,
Okay,
it's
I
great.
want to talk. Yeah. Okay, I want to talk about a really like dark and unsettling scene, and that is like when the family's leaving and
Mm,
older Kazran is like about to hit the child, which is so shocking in the moment because it's so like
yeah.
un Doctor Who, and it's so like it really takes you back when like every time I'm taken aback by it, and you're like so like oh my gosh, but then when he's like not able to do it, it's like well, like it's just such a I'm not criticizing the scene. I think it's really powerful, but it is like whoa, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. It's definitely like very intense for a Doctor Who Christmas special. It's very powerful, like you said, in the sense that we really see that because we get that flashback with Kazrian's father, who is actually played by the same actor.
Yeah.
And like Kazrian's father was so cruel and awful and abusive and such like a terrible man. And he like hit Kazrian, and then we see like Kazrian old in, you know, this situation, and he's grumpy and he's mean and he doesn't care that all these people are going to die, and he's like cruel with his poor family. But the one sole difference between him and his father is that he's not like he didn't actually hit the child. And I think
Hmm.
that was a really interesting writing decision to make. Like that was the distinction, but it shows that like that difference there, it's there. There's a heart buried in there somewhere, and the doctor is the one to kind of make his heart beat again. I was going to say make his heart less heartless.
I was gonna say grow. I'm picturing like the Grinch
Yeah.
when the Grinch's heart grows. Yeah, and I love how the doctor like clocks it immediately. He's like, "You aren't your father because you didn't hit the kid," and that's what kind of sent him off on. Well, what really sent him off is a scene that I think is really funny, is when he's like talking to Amy, and he keeps yelling like a Christmas Carol, like it's a Christmas Carol, and she's like, "What?" And then he's like, a Christmas Carol. Like he's you can see the idea forming. I just think it's so funny.
It is, especially because the second before that, Amy was like yelling at him because he was lying that he had a plan.
And then Rory is like, "Does he have a plan?" And Amy's like, "Yeah, of course."
Okay, I forgot
Um,
to say this at the beginning with like the ship crashing, but like the interior of the ship crashing is giving Disneyland 3D ride.
mm. Yeah, you're not wrong. It's also very Star Trek ship.
Yeah.
I love the sequence when the doctor he's talking to old Kazran and he leaves in the TARDIS and it immediately appears in the video of young Kazran
Oh,
that
yeah.
old Kazran is watching. So good. And he's talking to old Kazran through the video. Peak cinema right there.
Oh, 100%. Very timey-wimey moment. I also love how, as he's interacting with young Kazran, Kazran is like, dude, who the heck are you? Where's my babysitter? Like, who are you? And Eleven shows him the psychic paper, verifying that he's a mature and responsible adult, but the psychic paper is not about to support that bold faced lie.
Yeah. Finally a lie too big. One of my favorite moments is when old Kazran is watching all this and he's like, "That never happened." But it did. So
Literally the
funny.
entire show summed up into a nutshell.
Definitely the entire episode for sure. Oh, there's a moment he's talking to young Kazran and I think he's trying to explain who he is, and then he's like, "You know Mary Poppins?" And young Kazran's like, "No," and he's like, good, because that would be a rubbish comparison, which I just think is really funny because people are always like comparing the Doctor to Mary
Yeah,
Poppins.
I know. I feel like I hear that comparison quite
Yeah.
often.
So I feel like that was Steven just being like, no.
So we find out like how this cloud machine works. So Kazran's father, Elliot, created this cloud machine to essentially tame the sky and charge whatever he wants. So that essentially gives him, in future Kazran, the ability to be in complete control of the planet and everyone who lives there. And then you got the ice business too.
Yeah, I still don't, and I don't really care to understand it, but every time I watch this, I'm like, I don't really know what they're talking about with the clouds and how you can control it, but sure.
I don't either. Me either, honestly. But it's a Christmas special. I'm along for the ride. I'm not here to like think deeply about
Yeah,
an aspect like
no.
this.
And I don't care.
Me either. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, do you know what all of the people on ice reminds me of?
What?
Okay, I need to preface this by saying if you weren't on YouTube in the days of the conspiracy theories,
Oh,
you all
okay,
don't
yeah.
understand. What do you know about the conspiracy theory about Walt Disney
Oh my
and
gosh,
the
what
movie
don't I
Frozen?
know about Yeah, I love this theory, actually. I
Yeah,
don't really believe it, but I actually
me
love
neither.
this theory that obviously everyone knows there's a theory about Walt Disney's frozen head
Mm-hmm.
out there somewhere. Um, and the theory is that Disney made the movie Frozen and called it Frozen so that when you looked up Disney Frozen, you'd find the movie and not the
Mm-hmm.
theory about Walt Disney's head being frozen somewhere.
Precisely. And I don't know why. I just always think about this theory when I watch this episode.
Fair enough.
It's just a silly, goofy time.
I love it. Poor kid. He missed the fish attack at his school.
He did. And honestly, I feel for him. Like, imagine not being able to, like, relate to everyone else or, like, be included in conversations, and everyone already is,
Mhm.
like, sneering at you because of your father.
It's always like the one time you miss a group event or the one time you don't go out with your friends, they come back and there's like all this new lore, 12 side characters that you
Yeah.
missed. And it's like, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I love the whole shark attack scene. Very funny.
Yeah.
Love seeing the Doctor with young Kazran. It's very fun. Very good times.
It is. And of course, the doctor is paranoid about half of his sonic screwdriver being inside of the shark. And then it seems like the shark is dying. And then the shark is like, never mind. I'm good. And I'm coming after you.
It's always crazy to me that young Kazran like picks Abigail. Like obviously he does like hello, it's the plot,
Yeah.
like that's what he has to do. But it's just like so like that's the woman we just saw and he like just picks her. It's very timey-wimey, I guess.
It is. And I have another question for you. What are your thoughts about the relationship between Abigail and Kazran?
Look. Yeah, okay, it's bad. Okay, it's bad. it's
Yeah.
not it's not good. It's bad. Stephen Moffat loves this trope. He loves
Yeah.
someone meeting someone as a child and then they meet again as adults and maybe they fall in love. That is his favorite trope. He loves a time traveler's wife. And you know what? Like I get it, but here, not just here. Like obviously, we've talked. It's not great. Okay, it's not great. But I don't want to like justify it and say but it's not great. But for the sake of the episode, you kind of just have to like say okay and try not to
Have
think
to
about
like,
it.
yeah, you just try not to think about it, try to move along. It's definitely a
Why they should
little
have
on the
just made him
problematic
a
side.
little older. Yeah, they should have made him
Yeah.
a little bit older.
Or like You know what they should have done is so there's young Kazran, which is the kid, and then I call the still young Kazran but older Kazran, I call him YA Kazran
Young
as a
adult
young adult.
Catherine. See, I call him Teen Catherine.
Because like I don't know, is he a teen? Is he a young adult? Like what's the tea there? Like what age is he supposed? I think they should have had him do all the Christmas Eves. I think Kid Kazran should have like waited until the very end where old Kazran is about to like strike him.
Oh yeah, because it is confusing at the end. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, now we
No.
have Kid Kazran. Okay, valid. Um,
I am confused though, and I brought this up in the Big Bang, so I'm sorry to annoy everyone again with this, but I still don't understand how young Kazran and old Kazran could
I
touch each
knew you
other
were gonna bring this up.
and not cause like rips in the fabric of time.
Look, it's okay. It's a different planet. It's
What
Christmas.
Father's Day over?
It's okay. The plot needed to happen this way, so they're gonna do it.
I guess it did. It's not that deep, but it is to me.
Yeah, fair enough. But Catherine Jenkins, her singing. I mean, like, I'm sure she is a famous singer, but like, I don't really know her outside of this episode. I'll be honest.
Same.
But oh my gosh, her voice.
Incredible. No wonder the shark was like lulled to like just chill out.
Yeah,
Like
it's so beautiful.
it's so like her voice is genuinely like the most beautiful, like truly angelic voice. Just so stunning to just listen to. And definitely like the highlight of this episode.
For sure. Why is she dying? What is she dying of? I wish
That's a
they
great
would tell us
question.
that. Because what condition do you have where you specific you appeared now? A lot of people appear to be perfectly healthy and are struggling with like hidden illnesses, but like she appears to be perfectly healthy, but is literally gonna
Yeah.
die tomorrow. In eight, like at the start, it's 8 days. At the end, it's
Yeah.
tomorrow. So, what kind of like disease is this that she can set her clock to it?
The only thing that I can think of is that like this is the case where like her being in the ice chamber suspended her symptoms and any
Yeah.
pain and any
Oh.
discomfort. And so that's why she appears fine. But in actuality, like she's on the brink of death. And like for whatever reason, Cassieran's dad was like, I shall give you 8 more days.
Does everyone have like how many days they
That's
have
a
left?
great question. Like I want to know, like how does this truly work? Because I can't think of any illness where you're on the brink of death and you're able to like run around and like
Yeah.
go to old
Travel.
Hollywood, go to the
Yeah.
Eiffel Tower, New York City.
Okay, so let's go through everything they do. Like everything they do. The first is like they save the shark.
Yeah.
Then the next year they like have the shark again and it's a sled and you know they're flying through the sky.
Slay.
Then they go to Egypt.
Wait,
Which
they do?
we just see it through photos. We see like old Kazran looking at them through photos and it's like pyramids and
I didn't clock the pyramids, but I did clock all of the others. That's so funny.
Yeah, because then they go somewhere else that I don't know, but they go to like
Australia.
Paris, New York, Australia, obviously Hollywood. I love the when we get all the doctor, Merry Christmas, and like the numbers. I love when it's like 4 days left and they're wearing like the Tom Baker scarves. Girl, how many times have you watched this episode?
I don't know. I'm panicking. Wait. I know what you're talking about, but the mental picture isn't there.
It's like one of the most like famous moments. Not really, but
okay, guys, I have to admit something. I'm a fake Doctor Who fan. Yeah. I'm putting down my mic. It's been a nice time, guys.
Exposed.
No, sometimes I really am dumb and don't pay attention.
Uh, I mean, it's very quick. So, did you catch the bit of them wearing fezzes on one of the Christmas Eves? Oh, not the you missed the fezzes. Your favorite thing.
I had to, I had to have been writing down something when that clip
Fair
was shown.
enough.
There's no other like reason because you're
Yeah.
saying these things and it's like, yeah, like I know it existed. I don't remember watching it today though. Guys, I have been off of my noticing game and I'm actually really concerned.
No, we're gonna have you tested, but before the next episode.
Yeah, test me, please. I'm scared. Um, but can we talk about Hollywood 1952? Because
Because I'm still dreaming of a golden Hollywood years esque episode.
yes, please, we need it. Can you imagine the doctor like going to like Paramount Studios or like one of the classic studios, seeing old Hollywood people in the golden age solving some sort of alien like mystery? I quite literally would never get over that.
No, I mean I need it. They robbed us of seeing Marilyn Monroe.
They robbed us so much. And I've seen some people be like, why did he accidentally get married to Marilyn Monroe? Okay, y'all, 11 is not that serious. And sometimes it's just fun to have the lore like this.
Yeah. This is what he does. He marries Marilyn Monroe. He marries Queen
Mm-hmm.
Elizabeth the First.
First,
Look, it's the doctor. Like, why are we surprised at this?
precisely. I always find it really funny. And I would have loved to see the 11th Doctor and Frank's, can I speak? Frank Sinatra's duet.
Mm-hmm. We skipped over when, after many Christmases, they finally take her to go see her family.
I don't know like why that wasn't the first thing they did.
Yeah, like especially because the doctor like had met her whole family too and knew they've been like waiting for her
Yeah.
for like all these years. Very sad and like so like it's not awkward because no one's really being awkward, but like so awkward. They're just like, she's
Yeah.
here and she gets to come out every Christmas Eve. This is her first time being here. And they just have these two random men in their house. And one of the random men is the son of the man that's keeping their loved one locked up.
That's the part that's weird because it's like 11, the doctor in general, like the doctor can fit in practically anywhere and make it make sense. But like Hazran and them like openly accepting him, like it's
Yeah.
very interesting. You would think there would be more tension. And her sister even says, all those Christmases, why didn't you come? It's a
Mm-hmm.
great question.
And and she also says that she sees young Kazran in town and he doesn't have any friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is sad to think about, like, I guess we'll, but at the, not at the end, but like the scene where, they kind of say goodbye to Abigail because she only has one day left for some reason. And then Kazran immediately turns mean and he's like over this whole thing. I'm always like, okay, like, really immediately, like, we're doing this. But
Uh,
when you think about it, this is probably his like one good day out of his year.
wait, you're so right.
Yeah,
And it's
which
like
is
the
kind of
one
sad.
part of his life where he can truly be happy and like feel
Yeah.
loved. Wait, that's so sad.
I know, it's really sad.
This is like a random side note, but I don't know why, but I get emo whenever I see the 11th Doctor with Abigail's family, with the Christmas paper crowns. It makes me emo because the Doctor, he doesn't like to do Christmas, but he does it with
Mm.
Abigail and Kazran, and I just find that really sweet.
It is sweet. I love a Christmas dinner scene.
Me too.
Okay, like when Kazran is like turning mean and he's like, well, let's just stop. And he takes off the bow tie.
It's so sad.
It is. And then we get to see him the next Christmas, and this is the scene that really it makes me so sad. He goes to like activate the half Sonic, and then the doctor's
Yeah.
already there outside his window, and then he just like closes the curtains on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's just hurting so much.
Yeah, it's really sad.
And then
Men
we're
have one breakup and make it everyone's problem.
no, they make it their entire personality. And for what reason?
And for what?
Yeah. And then we are back with old Kazran, who's still cranky about all of this. And that's when we get the ghosts of Christmas Present.
Amelia Pond.
And then Rory adding in a
Oh
cameo.
yeah. Of course. I do like it. I always enjoy that they are here as little.
Yeah.
They're like not here most of the episode, but it is nice to have them here for a little bit because the Christmas specials really do like not have the companions.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. It's fun to see them here. It's fun to see Amy coming in as a hologram and, you know, chatting with him. And she's the one that like finds out about Abigail, how she only has like one Christmas Eve left. Which why is it Christmas Eve? Can it not be any other day of the year? Oh wait, no, it can. It can, but if she's let out on Christmas Eve, she won't make it to Christmas Day.
Yeah. I don't think that's really the point. It's just that this is taking place on Christmas Eve.
Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, she finds out about Abigail and we see hologram carolers from the ship.
Yeah. That something about that, like the people singing for their lives.
And they don't even know because they haven't been told yet.
Well, they haven't been told that the singing isn't working.
I thought they hadn't been told that the ship was crashing, but now that I'm saying that, it's kind of obvious.
Imagine. Oh, no, don't worry about it. We're not crashing.
Don't worry, guys. We're good.
Just sing. Just sing.
Just sing, you know.
There are so many good quotes in this episode. Obviously, we have like 900 years, never met somebody who wasn't important. And then we have you know, when the doctor and older Kazran, they're talking about Abigail and like the heartbreak and blah blah blah, and the doctor says, "Better a broken heart than no heart at all." Like that's another quote from this episode that I feel like I see all the time.
Yeah, I don't know if I see that quote quite as much as the others, but this is a quote that like when I watched this episode today, I was like, wait, this is such like a quote that's not only great from like a TV show, but it's true because life is hard and there's lots of loss. But isn't it much better to have a broken heart than not have ever loved at all?
I have to be annoying for a minute, and I apologize to everyone. But this is the scene like down here with all the like frozen people and 11 talking to older Kazran. This scene and like better broken heart than no heart at all. And then when he says, "One last day with your beloved, what day would you choose?" This is a scene that always ends up in like Rose Tyler edits for some reason. And
I did not know where you were going with this, but you were 100% correct.
And I always think about it every single time I'm watching the episode. Because the editors love to make it seem like that the doctor was thinking about Rose in this moment. Obviously, like, probably not, but they love to make it look like that in the edits, and I eat it up every time. Every time. I love it.
Same with the I've never met anyone who wasn't important. I swear I hear that in edits all the time too, for Rose and for Donna.
Yeah. And then they like play that, and then the scene of 9 in Father's Day when he's like, "Who said you're not important?"
Yeah.
And keep it up.
Keep it up, editors, please. I live for those edits. I don't care if I'm annoying.
Yeah. Okay, so somehow he changed too much, and now the isomorphic controls don't work.
They don't recognize him, but somehow, some way, because the shark still has half of the Sonic, 11 is able to like activate his sonic screwdriver to do something with the clouds, and
And
they're able to
Abigail
save the
comes
ship.
up and she sings, and the day is saved.
Yeah, it's her singing that like ultimately saves the day. The shark comes down. Everyone is like, oh my gosh, we're alive. The people are rejoicing, and the singing is beautiful.
It is. They're pretty lucky. I mean, I know sharks live a long time, but they're lucky that shark is still alive.
No, you are correct. Unless these sharks live like extra long, because it's like sharks and fish in the
Yeah.
air, in the atmosphere.
Yeah. But yeah, cute ending. I do like when she's like, we've had so many Christmas Eves, like, how about we
Thieves
try? I think it's time for Christmas
for
Day.
Christmas
But it,
Day. Yeah.
yeah.
And I
Yeah.
love how youthful Abigail makes old Kazran. Um,
No, totally.
yeah, I find that really sweet. And I find it interesting that at the very, and I don't know what, maybe I'm forgetting something, but like I don't know why this was the last line of the episode. But 11 tells Amy, everything's got to end sometime. Otherwise, nothing would ever get started.
I really like that, and I feel like it's a interesting way to lead into series 6.
Yeah, it's very interesting for Series
Mm-hmm.
6.
Yeah. And then I love the actual last line. He says halfway out of the dark. Which I just love that line. And I always think about that at Christmas, like, oh, halfway out of the dark, halfway through winter. But yeah, there's not really much to say about the ending. They save the day. Oh, when young Kazran sees old Kazran, that is a
Oh,
crazy scene.
yeah. That is a crazy scene, and he's about to slap his young self, and then he's like, wait.
Wait.
Yeah, no, that does go crazy.
But yeah, very happy ending. Love that everybody lives. And yeah, it's
Yeah,
a stellar Christmas episode. One of the best, one of the most iconic. Beautiful singing. It's a great time.
it is a great time. Now, Rebecca, who is the star of the show? I think we can both agree.
Now, despite her weird relationship with Kazran, I will say it's Abiel, just because
Yeah,
she's so pretty and she sings like an angel. And
yeah,
what else is there to say?
I completely agree with you.
Mm-hmm. Now, Haley, what is the heart of this episode?
Hmm. You know, I think I will say is that the Doctor has never met someone who wasn't important before.
Yeah, so true. For me, it's men have one bad breakup and make it everyone's problem.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they do.
they do. Another thing about this episode I forgot to say until right now is I really do appreciate how much it plays with time travel. We're going here, we're going there, when and where. It's very fun. Old Kazran, young Kazran. I love the scene where they need the code for the ice people room, and he
Yeah,
gets it from old Kazran. It's very fun.
it is really fun, and the TARDIS is actually on time for once every time.
Wait, you're so right. It was actually working perfectly this episode.
Very interesting.
She's like, this is where he needed to be.
Yeah, she's like, I gotta keep Amy and Rory safe here, y'all.
Yeah, yeah. She does.
Mm-hmm.
Um I want to say something, but it is kind of spoilery. So if you haven't watched series 6 for some reason and you're listening to this, just skip ahead. But this is the last time we see the real Amy Pond for a while.
Is it because there's a little bit of like discussion of if this
There
is truly the
is.
last time, or if the last time we see the true Amy is at the beginning of Impossible Astronaut.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I think a lot of people say this is the last time, which I don't know, take as you will. But it is interesting.
it is interesting.
Oh, anything forgetting about reviews? Do we have any reviews from the past?
Yes, we do, and they are from IMDb. And this first review I have was written on December 29th, 2010 by the user Rob Snide. And boy,
Uh-oh.
is this a review.
Oh,
It's rated
okay.
1 out of 10 stars.
Okay.
So, okay. If you take the letter C off the word carol, you're left with Errol, the Welsh word for backside, and it pretty well sums up the 2010 Doctor Who Christmas special. I'm
Okay.
like, that's crazy work, but okay.
IMDb reviewers, I'm convinced they don't like anything.
The negative reviewers don't. Yeah. But they continue saying, since Moffat took over as showrunner, there has been a noticeable drop in script quality and ratings. The new Doctor and his companions, Rory exempted, are not likable, and it's impossible to care what happens to them. Speak for yourself.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Skipping down this review a little bit, they continue by saying, I know money is tight at the BBC right now, but come on. The basic idea, a crippled space liner with 4,000 passengers, Amy and Rory among them, careering towards catastrophe, is essentially a pinch of Voyage of the Damned, the far superior 2007 special.
Gonna have to disagree with you there, mate. Gonna disagree.
And then going down in this review, because this is a long review, he
Mm-hmm.
says, the low point came with the flying shark. It has to rank as the most stupid idea yet seen in the show.
There's been worse ideas than flying sharks.
Yeah, the Lazarus experiment, creature, CGI, to name one.
Yeah.
The creature pulling a sleigh through the air in the manner of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer had me cringing. Moffat's tendency to indulge in wacky comedy went over the top here. As the end credits rolled, I thought, thank goodness that's over. We then got they go into like talking about like the teaser for series 6, but
Oh.
I'm not going to continue to reading the rest of this negative review. But boy, I just thought that was quite the review.
It sure was. I I just
Yeah.
really don't know how you could not like this, to be honest.
Yeah. I read this review because of the mention of Voyage of the Damned, because we have admitted, Voyage of the Damned isn't our fave, but it's not as bad
Mm-hmm.
as we talked about it in our Voyage of the Damned episode.
I think we were fairly nice about it.
Were we?
I don't know. We'll have to go back one day and see.
But yeah, that's what a lot of like the negative reviews are, which I'm like, that's so crazy to me because I feel like this is such like a good Christmas special,
I
but
feel like if you don't like this one, you probably just shouldn't watch the Christmas specials or the show.
yeah. And yeah, so this last review I'm going to read is by the user Chaz View, written on December 26th, 2010, and they say, wow, I love this episode. Perfect for the holidays, imaginative, unpredictable, original, and a great holiday diversion. Some viewers seem to find it necessary to pick apart the plot and think of ways the Doctor could have resolved things without jumping back and forth in time, or that Time Lord shouldn't be doing it for those reasons. It's the Christmas special, rather removed from the series in general, and is meant to be enjoyed in the spirit of the holidays. Let go and have fun with it. My only criticism is that you can't yet purchase that wonderful song written for the show, sung by Katherine Jenkins, Abigail Song.
And no
Thank you.
notes.
No notes, because thank you so much for having common sense in
Yeah.
2010.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really it's one of the best. It's always in my rewatch except for this last year because I knew we were going to be watching it
Yeah.
now. And I missed it, to be honest. It felt weird not watching it. But yeah, it's always enjoyable for me.
Yeah, it is always enjoyable. It's a sleigh. I regret the times I thought it was, you know, like I said at the
Sometimes the
beginning.
hype, yeah, sometimes hype can kind of, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how I felt like different episodes over the years, and thankfully, like, that doesn't stay all the
Yeah.
time. But yeah, Christmas
Yeah.
special. And
Oh
okay, if
my
you can't
gosh.
see me and Rebecca on the screen, we are audibly, visibly gasping, like, silently screaming, because next week's episode is going to be The Impossible Astronaut.
I am so unbelievably excited. It's not to spoil my thoughts, but it's one of my favorite two-parters of all time. So I cannot wait to talk about it and get into series 6. There's a lot to discuss.
It's about to be crazy up in here. The notch has been
Mm-hmm.
raised.
Yeah. But until then, you can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at a timey-wimey pod.
And email us anything and everything to timeywimeypod@gmail.com, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, A Timey Wimey Pod. And yeah, we will talk to you guys next week.
Ta-ra!
Ta-ra!